G'day, Michael here. I've found over time, using my little idea here with running Slic3r as different users on my computer, that once you settle into your parameters for your printer, it is awesomely quick to process files. Slic3r is extremely slow when compared to this setup. Now I've got three printers with very different parameters. Obviously a Delta, a small Prusa and a larger, well it's basically a Prusa style, but TiVo Black Widow. If you've been watching my videos you would have seen all those printers by now. But they all need different tweaks because they're different tips. One's got a Volcano, one doesn't. One's a Delta. So the behaviour is so totally different, and the fill patterns, etc., for the different tasks are, well, they're quite specific. And what I found is using, say, Slic3r as a single user or as using Slic3d, clicking which option I needed for each printer I was very prone to making a mistake. So it's not really the program's fault. It's certainly no more the program's fault than it is my own fault for making a mistake. But having said that, I've worked a way out of eliminating that possibility of the mistake. So I just basically hop on the machine, oh, I'm as the Delta, I'm as the Prusa, or I'm as the TiVo, and it all just works. And I'll stop showing me now, and we'll get on to the task. And let's just swing around the computer. Zoom, zoom. Okay. You won't be able to see the specifics. I'm going to do my best to focus on it, but my aim is to show you the overall stream so you can see the performance of it. Not that you can read every single word that I'm doing. Okay. On this screen, I've got Slic3r as the user TiVo. And the area here, down the bottom right hand corner here, you can see there's a whole lot of little rectangles. I'm not zooming on that so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll jump on the bench. Focus. Okay. Each one of these rectangles, you can see this one here highlighted. That represents this whole screen, the whole screen that you're seeing here. And that little square in the middle of that sort of highlighted area, represents Slic3r. So you can see on the center, you can actually see the Slic3r icon in there. I'll have a look at the overall picture. So now you've seen that up close, this might make more sense. Okay, so that's the whole, well, nearly the whole screen. Zoom. There we go. Alright, so down here we had the multiple desktops. I think I've got, how many have I got enabled? I've got 8 desktops enabled. But this machine's got plenty of RAM, so I've got Slic3r running, multiple instances. I've got an Arduino running, I've got a video editing program running, I've got 3D CAD, I've got multiple tabs open on Firefox, and I've got an email program and a few other bits and bobs running around. But in any case, the point is, any of these new machines, any of your computers with the modern operating systems can run lots of tasks. So having the multiple desktop switching arrangement here lets you utilise the screen left set up a certain way for you. So this screen is set up basically for this TiVo. If I go to another screen, we end up with, there's the Delta, you can see the round platen, and we've got Prusa here. So I've got Slic3r as Prusa, and you'll recognise them as very differently laid out screens. Okay? And then I've got another screen which I've set aside for managing the actual G-codes. This window here is for the Delta, this window here is for the TiVo, this one's Prusa. So Delta, TiVo, Prusa, and we have Delta, TiVo, Prusa. So I've kept them in the same sequence so my head doesn't have too much trouble keeping up. But to show you how awesome this works out, let's just open this. I'll open a file with the Prusa setup. Now I've got, going to our file management, I'll just clear the folder so we can see that. There's the Prusa down here. I'm going to delete all those files. Move to trash, that'll do fine. So now that folder is empty, so you'll notice you won't be able to read everything here, but you'll certainly be able to understand to see icons turn up here when we come back. Alright, so let's go back to the Prusa desktop. That's it there, let's delete that. Add a file. It immediately starts slicing it. Okay, let's save it. There's nothing there yet. That's been done. Delete. Add. What's the next one? Export that. It's exported. Delete the next one. Export that. These are fairly similar designs, so it may not be obvious on the screen what the difference is, but that doesn't matter. You'll see the point that I'm changing files quite quickly. Like that. Let's add another file. So bang, that's all been done for the Prusa. Now let's go to the TiVo. One, we'll delete that. Add a file. We need to set. Okay, set. So that'll be a pair of parts. A bit longer to render. Export. This is probably already on this path, but you can see nonetheless it's very easy for me to go and load files. Let's do a clamp. Briefly exported, just like that. So you can see that was really fast to thump out the parts. Now, by having it stored on the hard drive, and I'll refresh that screen, so this will show all the new files. Actually, I'll refresh all of them. Now, these have all gone to an external, well, not an external server, but another machine, which is my server. And you can see there's beautiful files there. So when I come along with my SD card and put it in the machine, that shows up in this window. And I simply drag and drop all the files straight across to the SD card. And hey presto, I'm ready to print. So the SD card doesn't spend much time out of the printer. It only spends a minimum of time to actually, delete files and copy across, whatever. And it's back in the printer for printing. So you can see by using slicers set up this way, it's a really productive, I'm going to say industrial strength, commercial piece of software. Well, that's it from me. I hope that's been of interest and benefit to you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, ask a question, leave a comment, make a suggestion for a video you might want to see. Well, that's it from me. Bye now.